recorded line. May I speak to Isara?
Speaking.
Hi, thank you for taking my call. I'm just going to take a minute of your time to verify the information that you submitted. Then I'll be able to transfer you over to a solar professional in your area to discuss your options.
Okay.
For your protection, our privacy policy can be found at solaramerica.com, and you can opt out at any time. Now, you own your single family in Long Beach in 90810.
Yes.
Okay, you indicated you have no shade on the roof, and the email address is
correct.
Okay, you pay roughly $150 to $200 a month, and who do you purchase your power from?
Edison.
Edison. Okay. Edison. Sorry, I'm just trying to look them up right here. Is it Oh, that's New York. I'm trying to find the Edison for... Is it Commonwealth Edison?
I think
or
so.
California?
I don't know their full name, but because there are multiple providers here. Let me see if I can find their full name.
Okay. Let me just try and see if I can pull that up once more. We have Detroit, Metro Mid, Ohio, Potomac. I have Southern California.
Yeah,
Edison.
that's it. I just found it.
Okay. Okay, great. Okay. And then let's see here. Is your credit score 650 or better?
Yes.
Okay, great. Hold on. Let me just save this information. Okay. So great, Isara. It looks like you may be a great candidate for solar. I'm going to connect you with our colleague, Orange County Solar, on the phone. If the call gets disconnected, Orange County Solar, or up to 4 of those listed on solaramerica.com /installers, may use an automatic dialing system to call, text, or send you pre-recorded messages about their services, even if you're on a federal or state do not call list. Message and data rates may apply to text messages. Your consent is not a condition of service. Is this okay that I transfer the call?
Yes.
Okay, hold on one second. Once they pick up the line, I'll introduce myself to you, then you'll be on your way with them. Well, we should be connecting. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you for calling OC Solar, Orange County's premier option for all solar and battery needs. To ensure we connect you with the correct person, please select from the following 3 options. For all sales and estimates on new solar or battery installations, please press 1. If you're an OC Solar project currently in...
Thank you for calling sales. This call is being recorded. Please hold for the next available agent.
So it's a cold handoff. I've never seen this one before.
OC Solar, this is Matt.
Hi, this is Jody from Solar America. I have Isara. My colleague will be able to assist you further from here. Nice talking with you, and good luck going solar. You take care now.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. You're welcome.
Hi there, Sarah. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. 1 second here. I'm going to switch to my... Hello?
Yes.
Okay, there we are. How can I help you today?
That was interesting. So you guys are like local installers for solar, correct?
That's correct. Yes.
And
we're an OC Solar.
Yeah. So then, what does Solar America do if they're not installers?
They aggregate essentially leads. I mean, they're essentially a lead aggregator that will direct you to companies that fit the profile of what you're looking for, whatever. I would imagine you did some sort of search or inquiry, correct?
Yeah, everyone thinks that. Initially, this started with a call from someone in India, some call center in India that had very thick accents. It was quite obvious. Spoofed number. You call the number back and it's not in service. And then that leads you to Solar America, Sun Power, SunRun, all these different, I guess they're lead generators? Because it's quite layered, actually.
Really strange.
And then it goes to, so this was from Solar America. I don't even know where they got that address from. I mean, I record all these calls, so like I could trace it back to where it started because the addresses are always different. And then led me to you. But this is a cold... I've never seen this before. She just called the sales number and was like, here you go. And I'm like, I thought it would be like a warm handoff where she would have like a contact and hand over everything, but she's just like, bye. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. I mean, we would be we would be the solar installer. Are you in Orange County?
Yeah. But just
okay.
Curious, like how, because there's so many layers to this. Because of course it starts with like a random call center, then it went to her, who's just lead generator, then it goes to you. But usually it's a warm. I've never seen a cold handoff like this before. But yeah, so like there's between like the lead generator, her, and who actually comes out to your house to do an estimate, there's like 4 layers every time. It's crazy. That's kind of inefficient, isn't it? Because then it's like, wouldn't you save more money going straight to the source than?
I guess it would be for them to be inefficient. It's not for us because this is the first we've heard from you. So
right. But it's more like, are you not paying Solar America for the leads?
Probably so. I would check with our COO. I'm sure we are paying for the leads in some capacity. So I'm taking notes of. It's good to know that you had I want to forward the experience you had with Solar America. So that's important for me to take a note of here. And obviously the most important thing is though to make sure we can answer your questions and address your. We're the end game. I think you were ultimately probably trying to end up to getting to, and because we do the solar. We do the solar install. We don't subcontract anything else. We do everything. And so you ended up in the right spot. It just sounds like you took a roundabout way to get here.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Which I apologize for, but we're right here in Irvine. Yeah, we're right by the spectrum. So I don't know where you're located, but we're here and live and not in India.
But you guys service all of like SoCal, right? So or like basically the LA area.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, of course. Yep, absolutely.
So Long Beach shouldn't be a problem.
Yep. I don't know exactly where do you live? Which city?
In Long Beach.
Oh, Long Beach. Oh, yeah. That's definitely no problem. So tell me a little bit about tell me a bit about your situation. You have LA. Who's your electrical
Edison
provider right now?
So.
Edison? Okay,
but they all jack up rates no matter what. It keeps going up. And for a regular...
Yes, it does.
For a resident, it's like whatever. But I run a server, so that takes up a lot of computing power. And then I'm thinking of going for EV cars next because they're going to be required at some point anyway. But I'm sure car charging also takes a lot of power. So at this point, let's just switch. Screw it.
Yeah. If you're working, changed a lot for people after COVID. A lot of people started working from home. Multiple people working from home, which, like you said, ramped up their usage there. Especially if they have servers going, and then electrical car. That's going to take that'll add 4,000 to 5,000 kilowatt hours per year, to your annual electric bill, which would be by far your biggest drain. For most people right now, it's an AC unit or something, or a pool pump. But if you have an EV car or planning to get an EV car, that's definitely going to be your biggest use of electricity. So we have a lot of our customers are kind of future planning for that. Basically setting their house up to make sure that they can cover what they use now and the anticipation of getting an EV. What's your kind of your average monthly? Your average monthly electric bill now with Edison?
It kind of varies. I'd say around maybe like 1 to 150. I've seen it as bad as 200. Depends on what the HVAC needs are. The weather is beautiful in Long Beach, but obviously if you need heating, it's bad. If you need AC, it's really bad, and so it varies.
Yeah. So you have central air?
Yeah.
And is your heater electric or gas?
It's electric, believe it or not.
Okay.
So that's another reason to get it then.
Yeah.
Solar.
Yeah, exactly. And do you have a pool?
No, thankfully. But then that would be expensive as well.
Okay. Right. Just planning for EV. So the way it works at this point, now that you've gotten to the final destination, because again, I apologize for the experience you went through getting to the final destination. But for us, it's really easy for us to do we do an initial proposal for you. All we need is your most recent electric bill. We don't need anything more than that. So the electric bill, obviously, for the property where the potential solar would be put in. I'll generate a proposal within 24 hours and get that back to you via email for you to look at. through that at that point, and we'll talk about options and get you some numbers. I mean, it's really quite simple now that you've gotten to the final landing spot, and we go from there.
Let's see. So let me. Okay, I can. My husband will have those details. He has them. He has the login. We don't get paper bills anymore, so I have to ask him to generate it. So we can hold this for a time. I just need to get all your details because my caller ID is Solar America. So
I'll get. And I want to make sure I get the spelling of your first and last name too, just so that I'm creating a profile for you here. So can you spell your first name? What's the zip there?
90810.
And is there an HOA?
No.
No HOA. Okay. HOA. Perfect. Okay. So let me. What's a good email address for you too?
It's just my first name and last name 12@gmail.com.
Okay. And is this phone number? I've got two. I don't know if I've got the right number either. Let me look at. I've got the. Let's see. What came over? It's 209 something. Is that the correct number? It's area code 209.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me see what that is. You know what? It went back to the.
Make sure I typed the wrong one. And then so you just want the copy of the bill emailed to this email?
No, I'll shoot you an email just so you have it and you can reply back to it with a PDF copy of your most recent full utility bill for medicine, and we'll go from there. Like I said, it'll take me about I could have the proposal back even this afternoon. Depending on when you get me the bill, it could be as quickly as this afternoon even. So I can usually turn these around very, very quickly. But at worst case, it would be 24 hours from now. Again, assuming you give me the bill, even if it's late in the afternoon. So I can generate this very quickly with our software.
Yeah, and it's not a rush. So whenever he gets home, or I can maybe find a printed copy. Either way, it'll work out. But yeah, I'll get it to you.
Yep. All right. Well, it's great talking with you. I'm going to shoot you an email right now so that you have that to reply back to, and we'll go from there. We'll get you taken care of.
Perfect.
And I will pass along the experience you had with Solar America.
Yeah, I'm really curious. If we end up doing business, I do want to dig into like how this happens, because I'm sure you know. I know you guys are legit because I looked it up as well. But solar in general is just so shady, isn't it? There's so many fly-by-night companies that go out of business really quick.
There is.
It's just so sketchy. I don't know why.
That is, I mean, we have out of the 303 Yelp reviews, 272 of them are 5-star. So I definitely encourage you. We're Tesla, Panasonic. We're the premier dealer in California for both Tesla and Panasonic. So yes, you did end up with a solid company, like I said, albeit maybe through some shady aggregators on the way. So I will definitely run that up the food chain to our CEO and COO, their brothers, Vinny and Ashton. So I will let them know, because that's the kind of thing they will care about. So
right.
I appreciate your feedback on that. So and we'll get you taken care of.
Perfect. Sounds good.
All right. Thanks. And I want to pronounce it right too. Is it Asaya?
Yes.
Asaya. Okay. Perfect. All right. Have a great afternoon.
You too. Thanks.
All right. Yep.
Hey Matt, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. My name is Ryan. I'm an investigative reporter. I'm doing a thing on unsolicited calls, like spam calls and scam calls.
Okay.
So yesterday I received one from someone claiming to be from Solar America. I think her name was Joanna, and I got transferred to you, and then we had a brief conversation, and then it just kind of faltered off there, for obvious reasons. I think at the time you told me Solar America is a lead generator, and so they generate leads for your company, but obviously they're not. You guys are two separate entities, essentially, right?
Correct. We're not the same entity.
Do you have any information about them? Like where... Because there's a solaramerica.com, there's a solaramerica.org. They do have because in the initial call, she's like, our privacy policy is on... I think she said it was the .org version or the .com version. And if you, go there, and they do have a whole section of we get information, blah, blah, blah. But when you call the number, it goes to SunRun, which is not Solar America. They don't use the same name.
SunRun would be a competitor of ours. So it's a lot of these lead aggregators sell or forward leads to multiple companies. Is my guess. I mean, I come from the mortgage industry originally, and I know that when we would buy leads, they weren't it's not like they're exclusive leads, right? Lead aggregators would sell them to several mortgage brokers and so on and so forth. Remind me your name again. I'm sorry, I missed it.
Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah.
I think I spoke with you yesterday.
We did. I think it was under Isaiah was the name, because when they initially called me from Solar, there was like, I'm looking for Isaiah. I'm like, how did you, who? I don't know an Isaiah. How did that get associated with my phone number? But, normally a person would either silence all calls or, just be like, no, sorry, wrong number. But I'm like, let's follow this. Because again, my number's on the do not call list. So why am I getting a random call like this? Where does it lead? And well, it led to you. So I'd love.
So your lead, just so you know, your lead came in through as our lead source in Salesforce shows it as clean energy experts. So I don't know
who's clean energy experts.
Yeah, I'm not sure on how the path got there. I mean, if you're asking me to put you on a do not call list, we certainly won't bother you again.
Of course,
I was under the impression you actually was interested in solar, and if that's not the case, then I can certainly remove you. It's not our intention, and that's why we have policies in place for that. And you can certainly do that. So.
I mean, for sure, the mortgage industry is more regulated than solar, it seems, because it's just like.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. There's nowhere near the regulation in solar that there is in mortgage. After RESPA, solar. A mortgage really changed dramatically on several things after the crash. After the Dodd-Frank, a lot of things in Dodd-Frank changed everything. So.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to put you in this position. You're just trying to do your job, and I mean, this is not your fault. But I can't.
Yeah, I didn't make the outbound call to you.
Yeah, of course.
It was a phone transfer to me from them. So.
But it's just figuring out how to get back to them, because they claim they were Joanna with Solar America, and now it's Clean Energy Experts. So I'm like, who was it then? Who's behind all this?
Yeah, couldn't tell you on that. I mean, it's a call center, so it's not, again, it's not part of our company. It's
right.
the service we pay for. So I'm not sure. I'm not really sure how to. I don't know. I guess if you call back the number that called you, does it?
I think it leads to Solar America, but it's just their general sales number. Press 1 for sales, press 2. So it doesn't lead to an agent. Otherwise, I'd be calling them and not you. But at least it wasn't a spoofed number, because that happens a lot too, where they just call it back and this number's not in service. So how did it call me? I've been doing this for months, and it's quite crazy how. And I started with like Indian call centers, like, oh yeah, it's people trying to scam elderly people to Social Security or whatever. Or I get so many life insurance calls every day. They want to sell me life insurance, but I didn't think solar would be like the sketchy industry that like does stuff like this. But I'm finding out it's quite bad.
I mean, again, I think it's a highly competitive industry, and it's certainly, I think, because of the lack of market penetration. I mean, less than 7% of homes in Southern California, for instance, have solar. So there's a huge opportunity there, especially with our number of days of sunshine and our high energy costs, and again, this very relative, small penetration of homes. That means 93% of homes don't have it. So it's it's a huge market, and so I think as solar technology becomes more and more ubiquitous, you're going to probably even see more of those kind of solicitations, I guess, if you will. I mean, I know that personally, you're going to Costco, going to Home Depot, go anywhere. There's always a solar. Somebody trying to pitch you solar. So.
Or people knocking on doors. So do you know anyone at the company who would know like who the lead generators are? I'm also curious how much they're paying for it, because obviously you guys in this case got a bad lead. You're all excited. Yeah, we'll do the bill. Well, no, I'm not that person at all. So not only is it a bad lead, but of course it wasted your time. You're getting paid to set up solar, and it didn't work out. So I mean, like, that wasn't a good lead, but it was paid for. So.
Yeah, I don't.
Sucks for you guys too.
Yeah. I mean, I think at this point, it's not. Like you said, it's certainly not worth my time. And you're clearly somebody who wants to be on a do not call list, which I'm going to mark that now. I wish you the best of luck figuring it out.
I mean, that's an empty gesture because obviously you didn't call me in the first place, so it doesn't really. I need to get on Solar America's call list, but I can't figure out who they are. And apparently, it's not Solar America; it's Clean Energy Experts. I guess I'll have to Google that one and see if I can find a phone number for them. But yeah, it's always hard because once you get to the end of it, and I've been through this with so many solar companies, with final expense, with Medicare, trying to Medicare benefits, and every time you reach someone like yourself who's just trying to, but then I can't really work backwards because you're like, well, I don't know, the calls come through and I take them. I don't really,
Yeah, I don't, and then sadly I do not. So again, I'll let you go, and I'll make sure that you're. By the way, if you want the 310 number and is the 209 number a valid number even?
Yeah.
A bogus number. It's valid or it's bogus?
It's valid, so you can put that on the list.
Okay.